Hello and welcome everyone to the Go4 Modern Combat 5 Blue December Cup number 3. We are going to be getting into some action-packed gameplay in just a bit, but just to get some things started, let me introduce myself. If you do not know who I am Haxer. Counterfeit is not here today, so sadly I will not have his beautiful voice to guide me along with this commentary, but at least there is a backup, for today. We do have about 9 teams, actually 10 teams that did sign up for today. It looks like only 9 did get in. We will quickly just take a look at those brackets before we actually do get into any gameplay, just so we have a general feel of what is going to be going on for this evening. So as you see right here, we're starting off in RO16, the round of 16. We don't really have too many extra people in the round of 16. Only actually one team is going to be in this spot, which is going to be ANG versus Mad Lions, which surprisingly is going to be the first game that we will be seeing today. We have Roxas moving up to the quarterfinals since they just don't have anyone to face just yet. But after we do see this ANG versus Mad Lions match, we will be able to find out who Roxas is going to be playing. We have Rush Z Fatals versus, oh my god, their names are so long. I gotta actually check and see what they are. Azinmoto, I hope I did not butcher that, but those two are going to be battling it out in the quarterfinal right now. So we'll see the results of that relatively soon as well. But pretty much everyone else other than the ANG versus Mad Lions is going to be in that quarterfinal matchups. They're going to be starting their matches very shortly. We are in a lobby. We're just waiting on some players to get in. So as soon as we have everyone good to go, we will be getting into our first game. We are streaming to all of our usual platforms. We are streaming to our Facebook, our YouTube, our Mobcrush, and our Twitch pages. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I will try my best to actually go into the chat and actually respond. Also, I do see what you're saying, guys. The YouTube chat, the YouTube title has not been updated. I will quickly go update that right now, so we don't have any confusing stuff for anyone else. Let me just quickly get into this one right here. And just so you guys can see what is going on, we are just waiting on the first team to join up. If they aren't able to join up, we'll probably do something like a custom match or something of the sort. But for now, we are just waiting on our first batch of players to join in the game. They do have a decent amount of people in, about 5. So once we have all 10 players, we'll be good to go our first game. All right, here we go with our first match of the evening. ANG versus Mad Lions. They're going to be battling it out on the museum map. Let's quickly make sure we have sound right there, because apparently I didn't have sound right off the bat. But now we should be good. Now we should have all the glorious sounds of battle getting into this first game of the evening. We're going to be starting off in the pretty common spot, holding on to this one area near the sarcophagus, just making sure that no teams could really go into that area. However, this is a slightly different playstyle than we're usually used to seeing. We have a few teams actually pushing up, actually going for the aggressive kills. It usually tends out to be people staying where ANG is right now, just holding on to this one location. Dandy trying to go in for some kills with that boss, not able to secure enough, does get taken down relatively quick. We're still having a battle for this one long area. Like I said, this is usually the most common spot for people trying to battle it out. If they are able to hold on to the spot, it gives you a lot of visibility around the map. You can go on the balcony. You could actually just watch both lanes of this on the sides of the map. So it is a very key point. That's why I usually do see a lot of people rushing the center right here. Dandy taking a different approach right here, actually watching the direct center. Not too many people actually go into this location. It's not really too favorable for most people just because the levels it has. But he is trying to make some pokes at the enemy team, throwing some grenades in their direction, hoping to do some damage that way. Knows there's some players above him with that recon perk of his. Does he realize there's someone behind him as well? Does spot one out. Is he able to get the kill? He is able to get the kill on Smile. Looks like his teammate, however, did get sniped down from the top. He's going to go for the revenge kill right now. A relatively close game starting off this match right here. We have both teams just pushing in, trying to get some of the kills. We haven't really seen any kill streaks being used just yet. In the past few cups, we've actually seen a lot of people using the bounty hunter class, just so even if you are in these intense fights, you could still at least build up some diamond dust. You could still actually just get some kill streaks for your team. We do see some kill streaks actually being deployed right now, so maybe I was misspoken. Maybe there is a bounty hunter. We have a drone and a bomber coming in from ANG. ANG cleaning up the other team with that bomber getting deployed. The drone going to be able to scan the players as soon as they're respawning as well. Going to be going in on the aggressive. Even with that bomber kill, ANG, however, still wasn't able to take a pretty massive lead. Mad Lions still fighting pretty aggressively to hold on to this first place spot at the moment. Both teams still just fighting it out. Mad Lions, however, slowly pulling ahead. They were able to get a nice double sniper kill right there. We do have a lot of people with the snipers on their team as well. They actually did get nerfed in the last patch. They had a 50% accuracy reduction. But even so, you still have a lot of people actually using them in unconventional ways, just actually no-scoping with the snipers. Maybe they're a bit still too accurate, but we'll see how it does affect teams throughout today. I do believe if it did still have that 50% bonus, you would have a lot more accurate shots from all the people using the sniper class. Anyways, we have Smile going in with the BSW, trying to find some kills. He does get taken out from the slack, not able to get any shots off on the enemy players. Tev going in for some kills, does miss his shots, is stuck with his pants down while he is reloading his weapon, not able to secure the final kill. But we do actually see ANG pulling ahead. They were able to take the lead right here, and they only need a few more to actually finish this up. So will they be able to do right here? Tev pushing in with that slack, going in for those explosive kills, knows there's someone right next to him, trying to struggle as much as he can to at least get some damage down, not able to secure it, and Mr. Bad Rabbit is able to clean him up. But the final kill is able to come through from ANG's side, securing them the first victory of the day, meaning they will have the advantage so far. A pretty good match to start us off. We had quite a bit of action going on right there between these two teams. We had a few key players on both sides. Smile on Mad Lions going 18 and 10. That was a pretty big chunk of their kills right there. We also had a few other players on the other team ANG, Charlie going 15-11, another massive chunk of kills coming out from ANG's side. If we are able to see a slightly bit more balanced kill distribution from Mad Lions in the next game, I believe they probably would have had a chance in that. They had the lead for a few decent moments, but they really did slip up at the end, especially with K-Tev coming in with the Slack, being able to get that explosive damage down, able to get those Slack kills near the end, and it went downhill for Mad Lions' side. Alright, we will be getting into game number 2 in just a few short moments. Game number 2 actually will be a Streets team battle. So we're going to wait a moment or two for that to get set up. And in the meantime, we will take a short little break. Guys, keep in mind, we are streaming to all our usual platforms. We are streaming to Mob Crush, Facebook, YouTube, and on our Twitch page. So make sure you do check us out on all of those social media platforms, since we also will be doing giveaways on those as well. Also, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I will be going around in the chats. If I do not get your question, I do apologize, but I'll try my best to respond to as many people as possible. Getting into game number 2 relatively quickly on the streets, we have ANG on the red side, Mad Lions on the blue side, and ANG already trying to bring some strategies to the table, trying to camp out in the red spawn. But as you see, Mad Lions is able to do a mad rush, able to knock out pretty much all of ANG's team, giving themselves a massive lead to start off this game. What a way to actually start off, especially after that close loss in game 1. If they're able to keep up this momentum throughout this second game, ANG will be in a lot of trouble. We will see them starting to get a bit scattered around the map. ANG just trying to find a way to at least hold on to their lives, hold on to their positions. They do have control of the middle building, which is a pretty solid place to keep control of. Edge throwing a nice frag grenade, able to get a double kill with the damage he was able to deal with it. Ends up actually picking up 3, which is able to get him his bomber, is able to get him his airstrike, and the drone. These kill streaks will help a lot with recovering the points they did just recently lose. But we do see Mad Lions still pushing in, still going in for some kills, and still holding a 10-point lead. Now, like I said, if they are able to keep onto this momentum, they'll be pretty set for later on. They do need to win this match if they want to continue on in our cup today, since these cups are best out of 3 until we get to the finals. If we do see ANG win another round, that means ANG will be going up to the quarterfinals. But so far, Mad Lions is trying their best to make sure that does not happen, having a massive 11-point lead over ANG. However, we've seen even in the last game, although the score wasn't too different, even with having the lead, you can fall behind. So Mad Lions does need to be careful about that. ANG was able to actually pull back in the final moments of last game as well, especially on a map that's so commonly played like Streets. It could be the case that we'll see something like that right here. Alright, we see both teams still just struggling for their lives. ANG throwing some nades through the center choke just so no one could really push through here. Pretty common tactic, just so you can make sure that no one pushes up. But as you see, KTev almost falling to a grenade as he runs away. They have to be careful about those grenades from both sides. You want to push in through this choke points. It is a pretty easy way to get into the center of the middle map without getting spotted. But a lot of people already know that people are going to be coming from that spot, so it's very dangerous, especially with the amount of nades you'll see getting thrown. ANG still struggling to get out of this one spot, still just holding on to this one location. 7 knows there's someone around him, spinning around, trying to fight for his life, but he gets knifed by Smile. Smile surviving that with very low HP. He's still alive, he's still fighting. There's still another player here trying to battle against him, but he goes for another knife and is able to secure it with pretty much decimal HP. It said 0%, but pretty much that means he had like a percentage of HP left that was under 1%. Incredible that he actually was able to pull through right there. Taco gonna be on the top right here, using that sniper to his advantage. It looks like he was able to get the final snipe needed for the game ending kill. Mad Lions doing incredibly well in game number 2, especially on Streets, able to push back ANG. Now, will they be able to push back ANG a third time? Will they be able to bring this to a game 3? We'll find out in just a few short moments, as we will be coming back to our game in just a moment. Next map up, it looks like going to be conversion, so we'll have to see if that does help or hurt either of the sides. ANG not looking too strong on those close quarter maps, so they might have a better chance with this change of the flow. We will take a short little break while we are waiting on this next matchup to get set up. As you do see, next game is going to be team battle on conversion. We still do have some other teams battling it out right now, and we even have some teams waiting for this matchup to finish. So let's quickly actually take a look at those brackets. I really don't think anything has updated just yet, but might as well just double check to ensure we are good. So we have Roxas still just waiting on ANG versus Mad Lions, still just waiting on one of these teams to actually push up. We have still everyone else. Looks like they're all still in the quarterfinals. But what is this? Score and FX team battling it out. Looks like Score Gaming was able to get a 2-0 win against FXS, and they are going to be in the semifinals already. So that is going to be the first semifinalist. Score is going to be having to wait for either Frank or Reign of Death. Going to be interesting to see how today ends up. We do not really have as many of the usual teams signing up for the blue team as like last week. So there is a slight change in teams and familiar faces. All right, we will take a short little break while we are waiting on that next game to get set up. Just stay tuned for that. We also will be starting our next giveaway in just a few short moments. So if you are ready for that, we will be doing it on our MobCrush platform. That is mobcrush.com/modern combat, and we will start the selection after the first or the next game. Game number 3 set up relatively quick, and we are on conversion. This silo is ready for battle, and we already have teams going at each other's throats. Mad Lions already getting a double kill right off the bat, trying to keep that momentum that they had from that last game. If they are able to win this next game right here, they will be moving on. So they will be trying everything possible to make sure that is the case. They almost even won round 1, but A&G was slimly able to pull it back. It was 49-49. It could have been anyone's game near the end. So we'll see if A&G is able to pull something like that off again, or if they're able to run away with this. But so far we've seen Mad Lions being the ones putting the pressure on A&G. Both teams going to be trying to actually play different styles. We have A&G doing the more defensive, try to stay back in their spawn style, while we have Mad Lions going for those aggressive pushes. You do see a nice switch from to the slack right there from Dylan. He does get sniped from the snipers all the way in the back right here, but he is still able to actually secure a kill and tie up the score for the teams. Both sides still, however, struggling to ensure that they have the lead. We have a tie for a short moment. 7 spotting someone in the basement, gonna be going in for this kill with the recon weapon. Spots a bit too many, however, and it looks like we're gonna have a full A&G rush on A&G as they are just holding onto this one spot. Dylan getting a nice double kill with that frag grenade, cooking it perfectly to ensure maximum damage. Airstrike getting deployed as well. This could be very useful for clearing out the location, and it looks like it wasn't able to really spot anyone, but this bomber might be able to do that as well. Honestly though, the bomber and the airstrike on this map aren't as consistent as we've seen on some other maps. There is some open areas that you can still get hit by both of the streaks, but there is so much cover on this map that they're not as effective as maybe just using a recon aircraft or using a turret or EMP. But either way, any kill does count, so if it is able to even pick up one, it's a positive thing to do. We have both sides still struggling at it right now, struggling for the lead. A&G performing a lot better than they were doing on streets. On streets, they were having a lot of difficulty really dealing with those close range situations, and Mad Lions had a pretty aggressive start. But this game right here, they're able to actually hold on, even with Mad Lions going for those aggressive pushes. They're able to play defensively, and it is working out. A double slack push coming in from A&G right there. They are able to get some pretty hefty damage down, almost losing 2 players, but they were able to pull through. Dylan going to be here again as well, spotting some players on the top, going to be fighting back to get out of their spawn. Because in my personal opinion, trying to stay in the spawn on this map is not the best thing to do. You want to have control of at least one of the top areas of the map, since you could actually see over the balcony, you could see under you as well, and it's very, very effective for map control. The only way you can really stop someone from being up there is by pushing up the stairs, and if they have a few other teammates like positioned there, it's pretty effective. We'll see a few more things happening right here as Dylan's going to be pushing in. Knows there's a few players around this corner, going to be going for that pre-fire kill. Will he be able to secure it though? This one player from A&G is running away, and it looks like Dylan wasn't able to get any damage on him though, which is surprising since that was a lot of bullets getting sprayed. Mad Lions still going to be in the lead, however, by 2 points, but 2 points can be taken away relatively quickly as we have Charlie going in with a nice double or triple kill with the Bosk. Pretty massive play. Dandy coming in with another double kill of his own with the slack. Now the pressure is on Mad Lions. Will A&G be able to pull this through, or will Mad Lions be able to pull something out of the bag? We have a drone coming in, scanning the players from Mad Lions or from A&G. They are revealed on the map for the players from Mad Lions, but the issue is there's so many kills ahead right now. It will be pretty difficult for Lions to actually do anything about this. Dandy trying to run away, but he is getting pushed from all sides. He knows there's someone behind him going in for that kill, trying to force him into this really close range situation with that DBS4. Is able to secure that one kill, and K-Tev coming in from the back with the slack. helping out Dandy and finishing up the game. That was a pretty intense matchup right there. A&G performing much better than we saw with game number 2 and game number 1 as well, especially with those final few plays coming out from Charlie and Dandy with the heavy class. Very impressive, but somewhat unfortunate for Mad Lions as well. They had a pretty good run. They had a lot of good momentum with game number 2, but they weren't able to actually finish up and secure a third win or a second win for themselves. Alright, we will be getting into our next match in just a few short moments. So we'll actually quickly transition over while we are waiting on the next games to get set up. Let's actually also take a look at those brackets just to see what is going on. Let's see if anything else has moved so far. Looks like we do have another team in the semifinals at the moment. So let's actually switch over right now. So we do have Roxas still just waiting on a team. A&G is going to be that team to be moving up to the quarterfinals. So it's going to be Roxas versus A&G in just a few short moments. We have Enzimoto going against Rush Fatal. Rush Fatal was able to pull through 2-0 against Azinomoto. I'm sorry if I butcher the name. I cannot pronounce it. Azinomoto. I believe that could be it. But yeah, Rush Fatal was able to pull through with a 2-0 victory and go into the semifinals. And that will be it for now. Roxas versus A&G going to be happening in the next few short moments. We still have the Frankie versus Reign of Death battle going on at the moment, and Score Gaming is waiting in the semifinals as well. So we are actually going pretty quick with today's cup, and like I said, we will be starting that first giveaway on our Mob Crush page. It's mobcrush.com/modern-combat, and what you need to do is just type in hashtag RO16 into the chat for a chance to win some prizes for Modern Combat 5. Once again, that is mobcrush.com/modern-combat. All you need to do is type in hashtag RO16 into the chat for a chance to win. We will be back in just a few short moments while we are waiting for another matchup to get set up. If we aren't able to find one, we will actually go into a custom game, meaning you, the viewer, might have a chance to play on the stream. So just stay tuned. Alright, we will be getting into another match in just a few short moments. Looks like we have Frankenstein versus Score getting set up. Right now it's kind of bugging out on the ESL website, so it's not actually showing Frankenstein up there. But if we do take a look at this, we do see that it has updated. So this would be the first semifinal match we would be witnessing today. We're just going to be waiting on a password for that game. But in the meantime, we also will be setting up for some custom matches we will be doing later. So I have a challenge for you guys. You guys have to make you have to think of the most disgusting class ever, and I'll be forced to use it for all the next custom game. All you need to do is just type into the chats, whatever chat you want, and I'll see what kind of suggestions you guys have. Try to make it as hard as possible for me to use, and I will use it for the entire next custom game we actually do. Just trying to make it a bit more amusing for y'all. I do have some pretty shenanigans classes from some of the previous cups when we were doing like tier 1 games. So that is why I have some of these things. And I do have some of my normal classes. I used to love the FS80. I still love the FS80 just because it's really gimmicky. But it used to be a lot better than it is now, which is kind of unfortunate. And then I have some other classes set up. So that is going to be the challenge at the moment while we are waiting for this next match to get fully set up. Just think of some loadouts, just a weapon, secondary, and the type of class you would want me to use for the next custom game. And it looks like we do have our next match getting set up right now. So let's actually quickly switch over to that. Let's see if we actually can get into it right now. Let's actually transition over so you guys don't see the password real quick, because that's very important. Since there is a password on all of these matches. Alright. I am in. No, I'm not in the lobby yet. I put too many of one character. There we go. Now I'm in the lobby. They have 9 out of 10 players, so we will be pretty close to starting off this first game. Only use pistol? Oh, okay. We're having some pretty interesting suggestions. Just make sure you guys are typing it in on any of the chats, YouTube, Mob Crush, Twitch, or Facebook. I'll be trying to check them out after. And I'll try to think of the most. I'll try to think of which one is the most interesting for me to use before we get into our next few matches. And for the next custom match we do, I will be using that class. All right, looks like we are in this right here. So let's actually transition over to this page. We only need one more player in this match. So once we have that last player, we will be good to go with Score versus Frankenstein. Score we've seen a few times in the past. They've actually gone to the finals a few times as well. So they are looking for another chance for this December Cup to get to the December final. And we are just waiting on one more player. Once we have that one player in, we will be good to go. But in the meantime, I will take a short little break while we are waiting. And I just saw a very terrible suggestion. Oh no, use the Tony. Oh, I think that's the winner. I think that's the winner. That is the worst weapon ever. I will use the Tony. Hero Gaming. That is actually terrible. Why would you do this to me? Oh, I'll have fun suffering in the next custom game we do host. But right now, like I said, I'll go on mute while we are waiting on those final few people to join in. All right, here we go. Our first semifinal match for the day. So this is kind of interesting. We instantly skip from our RO16 to our semifinals, and we have Score versus Frankenstein right here. Both teams have battled out in the quarterfinals to get to this point, and both teams will be battling it out once again to try to get a spot in today's finals, try to get a chance to win those $100 for the prize. And they are starting it off relatively slow. They're playing it safe, trying to go for those easy snipe kills, just to ensure that they don't really give up too many early kills. And we do see some pretty aggressive plays coming in from Frankenstein. We have Cad coming in right here with the commander class. Looks like he does spot a few players. He is able to do some pretty hefty damage to Gomitax. Gomitax is able to get away safely though, but he knows there's a person there. He was able to inform his teammate. His team, however, when trying to peek him, does peek out, does get sniped from Frankenstein. So this is a pretty interesting play we have right here. We have that one player pushing up with the commander class. He has the shield. He's able to block a lot of damage. And then as soon as Score tries to peek out and challenge him, you have those players from Frankenstein who are just sniping in the back, just ready to get those free frags. 2 minutes have gone by already and only 3 kills. This is what you call pro gameplay right here. Just pretty well thought out and strategized plays. Although it's not very quick, although they're not getting as so many kills, as long as they're able to hold on to the lead before that timer wins, they will be the winners. So we'll see if Frankenstein is able to pull through this entire time and actually get this victory. They already do have a massive 5-point lead, especially with this the speed this game is going. 5 points is pretty large. So we'll see if they're able to hold on to that. We do see Score getting a double kill of their own. Danny picking up one, and another kill coming through as well. And just because of that, that will give Score a bit more hope. Score will be playing slightly more aggressive in terms of just peeking out with their snipers. But Frankenstein, they will be on the lookout as well. They still have some snipers of their own moving around into different spots. You still do have Crispy right here just looking at this angle, making sure that no one's really able to push up. And then you have a few more players just making sure that they aren't peeking out too often. Both sides still very cautious about how this will go down. Crispy getting a nice double kill on Arcade and on Danny. That will also get the EMP strike for his team. Now Score is playing blind. They don't know where the enemy team is. Now the enemy team is going to just stay in their spots, wait for Score to slip up once again, and try to push forward. Now, one interesting thing we haven't really seen, we saw some Score players go to the north side of the map. They were able to at least push up slightly, but they only did a single push like that. I feel like if they did a few more aggressive pushes, maybe have someone like with Frankenstein did with the commander class, just going in there to be like a meat sponge or a bullet sponge, it could be useful and it could help Score get them out of this one location. Because as you see right here, they are well rooted on the spot. They have no plans of moving anytime soon. And even if Score is able to get a few kills, it's not like they're doing any full team wipes, which they would need to do if they want any chance of having some massive lead. Score getting spotted. They did start pushing up, but they did get spotted from that recon aircraft. Going in for the kill. One player goes for that knife. He does get left vulnerable. He is alive for a few more moments, but looks like she was able to take him down with the Bounty Hunter class, picking up that extra diamond dust as well for those kill streaks. We have Score looking around, still just trying their best in terms of pushing in. They did increase the flow rate of this game though. You have a lot more people actually pushing in, a lot more kills getting brought by both sides. So if they're able to keep this up, if they're able to actually secure some frags, they could pull this back. It would be incredibly difficult with 2 minutes left. but they technically could. Now we have Frankenstein having a lot more pressure on them, not really rooted in the same spot as before, but you still have all those bounty hunters just doing massive damage with those insta-kill weapons. And what was that? A quick snap around with that bounty hunter weapon, able to get that nice one tap, and that is what you call true power. That is why, you know, the bounty hunter has a better gun than the Tony. It's one-shot kill, it's rapid fire, and you don't have to reload it multiple times. Compared to the Tony, you know, the Tony is pretty bad. It's one-shot kill, but it's not as strong as something like that. Alright. With only a minute left, Score Gaming being down 9 points. Or actually, that's more than 9 points. It's 11 points, 12 points. We see Score still trying to secure some points just to make it not as far as a loss as it's looking right now. But in that case, we still see Karim going in with the KOG, getting a nice double kill, bringing that lead from Score even further away. Both sides, they know it's clutch time. They know it's pretty much impossible for Score to come back, so they're just going for as many frags as possible. Score just being a bit more desperate about it, however, trying to make sure they aren't really hitting that score limit. We see a few players from Score dropping out at the end, but it is now officially over with 5 seconds and 1 kill. A single frag from Frankenstein could be enough to finish up the game, and it looks like we will hit that time limit. Score getting defeated in round number 1, 49-38. Pretty impressive plays coming through from Frankenstein. They were able to play it smart enough. They were able to actually use that strategy and use Score's curiosity to keep on peeking against them. If they're able to do something like that again in game number 2, they will have a pretty solid advantage. But game number 2, it is actually on a similar type of map. It is on construction site, not as far range, but it's still possible, still very, very possible for something similar to actually happen once again. We will take a short little break while game number 2 is getting set up, so stay tuned for that. We will be back in just a few moments. And here we are, getting into game number 2 of this semifinal matchup, Frankenstein versus Score Gaming. Score Gaming taking the first loss of this matchup, looking to win the second one to stay in the running. They're going to be taking control of the center of the construction site, trying to stop anyone from Frankenstein from pushing in. They are able to do a pretty solid job starting off this game, but since it is just the start of the game, both teams haven't really had time to set up their defenses, set up what they really want to do for this map just yet. Score does start it off by keeping control of the center building for at least a few moments of the game. They do actually lose control of that right here as we have Frankenstein push in and able to take control of themselves. Score, however, they want this place back. They want to go back into the center of the map, but they know that there's a few enemies waiting for them in there. We have Gomitax just using that recon to scout out the area, waiting for the perfect time to actually push in when the enemy's backs are presumably turned. He does know there is a few more in there that he might like before he pushes in. He spots one, tries to go in for those frags, gets put down to pretty low HP, but it looks like his team is able to help him out right there. Having those snipers on the catwalk, a pretty impressive, pretty good play from them right there. Looks like a few players from Frankenstein, however, were able to sneak around. Danny, however, is there to clean them up. That was a very nice play as well. The fact that the spawns are so scattered right now, it doesn't help either team, but Score seems to be a bit better with this the scattered spawn kind of layout, and they are able to pull a 10-point lead over Frankenstein, almost a complete opposite of what we were seeing last time. Score knows that they need to win this match, so they're putting everything on the line, making sure that they will have a chance in this upcoming game. Both sides just waiting for a good push. Frankenstein still holding onto the center building, using those bounty hunter classes to their advantage. We do see a nice double kill coming in, and since he was able to get the kills, it will actually help build up that diamond dust, and it could be pretty useful if Frankenstein is able to get a bomber on this map. Bombers on this map are incredibly effective, but it looks like he might not be using the bomber streak. He looks like he was using EMP right there, so an EMP is going to get deployed on Score Gaming, but that will give his team a few moments to actually push out, maybe be a bit more aggressive, since the radars will be pretty jumbled on Score side. Both players, or both teams, still trying to battle it out right here, still just going for a battle of snipes. We have Zad looking for some kills. He knows there's some players near him, but he decides he's going to back off, especially with taking damage from that frag grenade right there. Gonna be trying to push onto the balcony, spots one, isn't able to get the kill. Gomitax is able to just pick him up and back off, but Crispy is there to actually secure the trade back frag. Crispy trying to peek out, trying to see if he could see anyone, but it looks like he doesn't spot Coco on the side, able to pick out one more player before he does get taken down. Score still having that 6-point lead. If they are able to keep this up, Score will be able to have a fighting chance to go into the finals, as they will have it tied 1-1. But we'll have to see how the remaining 3 minutes go. Only 10 kills left, 9 kills left remaining for Score, so they have a pretty solid chance of finishing this game up relatively quick, but they should still be extremely cautious about how they play. They know Frankenstein still could technically bring this back. Noxix using that evil eye sniper perk, trying to get some information through those walls. He knows there's a few players up there, but trying to aim at their heads when they are behind that cover is quite difficult to do, and now he's in a very difficult spot. He has very little cover. He has little place to actually escape, but it looks like he has a teammate there backing him up. He's able to escape from that one death trap. Score Gaming, however, only needs one more kill. Gomitak spotting one, and Kadeem is going to be the one to go down, finishing up game number 2, 40-50. Score Gaming now having a chance in this finals, or a chance to get to these finals if they are able to win the next match. We will be going on to map number 3 in just a few short moments. Map number 3 going to be pretty sniper heavy, as it is going to be Scramble. We'll be back in just a moment after we let's actually do the Mob Crush giveaway drawing first. Let's actually finish that up just so we have that all settled, because I did start it up about 2 games ago. So let us do that, and it looks like we have a Mob Crush giveaway winner, and oddly enough only one person entered. Congratulations to Tim's Modern Combat 5. All you need to do is post your dog tag and platform into the chat to claim that prize. since we are technically done with that giveaway, we will start our next one on our Facebook page. On Facebook, all you need to do is type in hashtag quarter for a chance to win some credits for the game. Once again, that is facebook.com/moderncombat. All you need to do is go to the live stream and type in hashtag quarter into the chat for a chance to win some in-game content for Modern Combat 5. And now we will take that short little break while we are waiting on game number 3 to get set up, so stay tuned for that. It will be the deciding match between Score Gaming and Frankenstein, the decider match of who is going to be our first finalist, or possibly our first finalist for today. We'll actually have to check and see if we have any other people moving up. Alright, getting into another match right here. Score Gaming versus Frankenstein. Once again, we're going to be battling it out on this side of the map. And it looks like we have a somewhat different type of game right here. Usually you would have them trying to stay in the middle of the map, just trying to snipe people out from the middle of the map. But Score Gaming is going to be trying to hold the back side of the map part where there's a bit more cover, there's a bit less sniping ranges, but we still see a lot of snipers coming out from both sides. So we'll see which team is able to prevail. So far, Frankenstein does have a 3-point lead. If they're able to push in right here, they might be able to pick up some more Score members. But since they have the lead, they're going to decide to just back off and just chill while Score is deciding what to do next. This will be the decider match of this matchup right here, the semifinals between these two teams, Score and Frankenstein. Whichever team wins this next game will be moving on to the finals for today. And we do actually have another semifinalist team just facing off right now, and that is actually Roxas versus Rush Fatals. So whoever actually is able to win this game right here will be facing one of those two teams. Noxus able to get a nice kill right there. Actually, they're able to get a nice 2 kills, aiming down, getting the kill on someone far away, then picking up Gomitax, then looking for that third, taking down Arcade. The BSW, a pretty solid weapon of choice. Even with the sniper nerf that did reduce the accuracy, the hipfire accuracy 50%, you can still use these snipers pretty effectively if you're able to just aim down sights. Yeah, if you're kind of stuck in these close range situations, and you are stuck with the hipfire, it's not as effective as before, but it is still pretty solid, especially for insta-giving to just any of the players. Score. Not wanting the Score to actually get too far away from them. They're going to start going in on the aggressive. We have Gomitax right here just waiting, knowing that there's some players spawning around this corner. Going in for some kills. Is he able to get the shot off? No, he's not able to take him down fast enough. Able to bring him down to pretty low HP. But as you see, the BSW, that insta-give potential is still pretty strong. Imagine if that accuracy was still 50% higher. It would be even crazier than it is now. Score. They know that they only need a few points to actually catch up. So they're not gonna do a full-out suicide rush like it's the end of the game. They're gonna just try to do some poke damage, try to throw some frags, and try to actually soften up the enemy's defenses. Looks like Danny was able to peek, but looks like he didn't realize where that player exactly was. If he used that Evil Eye perk at the perfect time, he probably would have been able to pre-fire him first, but that was not the case. We have Frankenstein pulling ahead by a few more points, currently having a 7-point lead. Danny finally using that Evil Eye perk, finally knowing where that enemy player is. Going to be trying to go for that kill. That support player is putting down his health pack, and his teammates stuck respawning there as well. Another free kill for Danny. That's going to be a very good play from him. It does help make the score a bit closer, but Crispy is there to get some trade kills back. We still have some more moves from Danny pushing in, getting those kills. Crispy doing his own stuff on the side of the map, trying to look for some Score members that are not expecting him to be there. They all expect the Frankenstein players to actually be on the in the building side of the map. So Crispy being here can actually be a pretty good play. It could actually also even flip the spawns if need be. Looks like Crispy's position was revealed for just a second with that recon aircraft. Score now going to be holding on to the back portion of the map. Only a 2-point difference between each side. Frankenstein technically doesn't need to go in for kills, but they might try to do it just to buffer up their score. They don't want to have to wait until the last minute with only 2 kill difference between them, because then if Score does do a successful push, that will be Score's game. They want to have at least 5 points between them, so it would have to be at least a full team wipe for any other team to actually get ahead. We see Danny still putting in work with that BSW, picking up 2 players right there, looking for some more. And we do have Score even tying up the game. Score is going to be the one now to play a bit more carefully. They still need to have a advantage if they want to try to camp it out for the final portion of the game, since we will probably be seeing the time limit at the end of this match. Danny going on a spree right here, picking up 1, picking up 2, using that evil eye, spotting another player, able to get the 3rd. This is a pretty impressive play coming out from him right here. Looking for some more players. Is he able to spot some more? Finds Kadeem as well. That spawn knowledge is incredible. He's able to even run down and get the knife on Cad. What is happening to Frankenstein right here? They were doing so well at first, but now it seems like they're just falling apart. Danny just using those spawns to his advantage, able to just keep on picking them off one after another. This is starting to seem like it's going to be Score's game. Having a 10-point lead in just such a short amount of time is massive. With only 30 seconds left, even if we did see Frankenstein pick up a full team wipe, it probably wouldn't be possible at this point in time. Score going in for the aggressive, try to finishing up the game, and they are able to actually finish the match before the time limit is reached. A match that was seeming to be like a game that we wouldn't actually see the score limit for. Score was really able to step it up, especially Danny. Danny going 20-9, carrying his team, having the most kills and the most deaths on his side. But that is almost half of his team's kills. Pretty impressive plays coming out from all the players. Even we have Arcade doing pretty well as well with that 2 KD, going 10-5. Now that was pretty intense between those 2 teams. Score Gaming are going to be the ones to move up to the finals for today. We will actually quickly go check that out in just a few short moments. Actually, we'll check it out once we can check it out. What we will check out first, though, is our brackets. We're still trying to see what is going on right here. We do still have Roxas versus Rush Fatal battling it out right now. Whoever wins this matchup will be moving on to face against Score Gaming in today's grand finals. Now keep in mind, whoever does win today's grand finals, they will have a chance to play in the monthly finals instantly, and they will also be able to get the $100 prize for this evening. Yes, all these players are actually playing for cash prizes, and if you want to, you actually have a chance to sign up yourselves. All you need to do is go to ESL Gaming, or ESLgaming.com. All you need to do is find the Modern Combat page, and once you find the Modern Combat page, you just will be able to actually... Oh, I can't actually find it here. I was gonna go show you guys how to get there. You can just go play that ESLgaming.com/Modern Combat, and you should be able to find all the upcoming cups and tournaments that we will have in the future. For example, right now we are doing the Blue December Cup number 3, and tomorrow we'll also be having the Red December Cup number 3. So make sure you are following us on our social media platforms so you can actually stay tuned and have this cup ready to watch as well. Alright, we will be getting into our next match in just a few short moments. Actually, we might actually have time for a custom game right now. So we'll actually set that up. We're going to actually quickly transition over to here. If you guys want to join, feel free to do so. I actually do need to actually set my class real quick. Because I did say before, I will use the... I'll use the Tony. And then someone else said to use a Saber. But the Saber's too good, actually. They buffed the Saber, so we're gonna use the Karub as a weapon, and we'll put a suppressor on it just to make it even cringier, and that should be good enough. All right, and our secondary will be the Tony. This does count as a prestige weapon, so this will probably be pretty terrible. I'll just use normal arrows. We won't use any of the special arrows for the Tony. And let's quickly set up this match right here. If you guys want to join in yourselves, feel free to do so. This will be available for anyone. Free for all. Passkey is ESL123. And I will have to enable prestige weapons just because I need to use the Tony. I could just actually leave. Nah, I'll leave those on. I'll put fastball on just to make it even faster. The passkey is ESL123. Feel free to get in the match if you can. Alright, let me get in the spots just so no one can take my spot. You gotta ensure that you are good. And I am good. So if you guys want to get in yourselves, the key is ESL123. Let me actually let me put this on the screen real quick, just so everyone can see it. And we'll start it up as quickly as possible, since I don't know when the next time we will be able to do a custom matches, and I don't know when we'll actually get into another tournament match. So we'll see how this looks. Alright, and the key should be there now, ESL123, and we do have a few players in this. I'm going to struggle, so thank you Hero Gaming Simon, for telling me to actually use the Tony, the terrible weapon of the Tony. I will have to do that right now. And let's actually start this up. We just want to make this go as quickly as possible. If you guys want to get in, the passkey will be just floating at the bottom of the screen. Just need to type that into your custom match place, and you should be able to get into the lobby. Now, if you're wondering why I'm going to be playing like a noob, well, I gave myself a handicap. I told them to tell me a pretty cringy class to use. Where's my cringy class? I enabled everything, right? Hello? What? What is going on right here? This is rigged. I totally enabled prestige weapons unless I turned it back off. I don't think I turned it back off, but I don't have it right now. Okay, I guess I dodged a bullet kind of, but kind of not at the same time. So we'll see how this turns out. I'll use a tier 1 pistol, I guess, as a temporary thing. I don't know why I don't have the I don't know why I don't have it. I probably just goofed. Oh, this pistol used to be crazy good. I think this pistol used to be like a 4-shot kill. It's a lot different now with the different cores people are having, with like additional HP and that kind of stuff. It used to also be like 1 headshot kill. So like right there, I shot him more than 4 times, or I maybe shot him exactly 4 times, and it brought him down to only 11%. So somewhat sad to see, but it happens. Don't snipe me, please. There we go. We got a headshot at least. No, the no scopes are still too strong. Nerf the no scopes, please. Unless that was just a very quick scope. If that was, then good on him. Oh, someone's behind me. No, get away. I don't want you in my face. And stop trying to snipe me. Never mind, try to snipe me. You got me. Oh, spawn killed? I got wrecked right there. I'm dead. I'm so dead. This pistol does no damage, and he could no-scope me faster. I think it's like the sniper has 1/3 of the pistol fire rate. So even if I do shoot 3 shots, he has a chance to shoot a single shot. And that single shot is enough to actually kill me. Unlike this thing. This thing right here is like, this is an actual pea shooter. Even if I try to go for headshots, it's not gonna work very effective. Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. I lied. It did work very effectively, at least in that one scenario. And I get sniped by no scopes. OP. Sniper OP. Please nerf again. Game loft, please. Don't no scope me. He's bobbing and weaving too much. I can't aim anymore. I used to be able to aim, but then I stopped playing as much, and now I can't aim. And now I'm getting slacked. Fantastic. All right. Oh, there we go. Do I go for the long-range pistol kill right here? No, I forgot I reset my HUD, so my buttons aren't actually where they used to be. It's a free kill. I'll take it. I'll take any free kill, honestly. I need as many as possible. And Smile is just going ham with that sniper. I'm not able to really do anything against that. I just see him for like a moment, and then he like disappears. Where did this guy go? I'm dead. No, I'm not dead, but I'm almost dead. I can't even hit any shots on him. Kill Smile first. Smile's the... There we go. Legendary did it for me. As long as he's gone, it's good. I'm gonna get no scoped. I can't hit him. Oh, I did hit him, but not enough. This pistol is crazy weak. Give me any other pistol, and I'll do better. Hello? Everywhere I go. Equipped Tony with Paragon armor, that's why you can't use it. Did I oh. I didn't realize I had Paragon armor on that class. That's my fault. Oof. Well, I'm stuck using this pistol right now. I could just try to leave and rejoin. If we have time, I'll do another custom match, and I'll try to do the Tony with that. I'll need to switch the armor though. I don't remember what I had for my I don't remember what I had for that class. I know I had like some cores on it. That's why I was using that armor. I think it was like a lot of defensive cores or something, or a lot of aggressive cores, like for armor breaking, and then fire rate and a few other things. Jeez, I'm just getting destroyed. Guys, just so you know, I'm not a super terrible player. I'm pretty bad, but I'm not like incredibly bad. Also, I have 2 fire buttons on my screen for some reason, which I still don't know why. But sure, why not? Let's trick shot this guy. I don't know where he was. He was right there. I know there was someone under me. I just didn't know exactly where, so my trick shotting has failed. Let me shoot at this one. Let me not get sniped. Oh, I got sniped. He finished me off. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll do another custom game. We don't have any on. We don't have anything seeming to have started up just yet. Let me just quickly take a look at our bracket just to make sure. Looks like our finals might be setting up somewhat soon. So if we do another custom match, I'll have to be relatively quick. So as you see right here, Roxas versus Score Gaming is in our grand finals for today. But we will quickly change up our stuff. Did I have Paragon armor? I did have Paragon on. Okay, well that explains a lot. Let's equip some other tier. Sure. What kind of cores do I want? Actually, wait. I would want that weapon, but I want something else. We're gonna use the Marauder. Oh wait, no, the Marauder doesn't have a secondary. I can't use the Marauder. The Marauder has a really good core that will actually allow me to reload faster. I don't think I could equip it on any other class. We'll just use this, and we're just gonna use same thing and Tony. Alright, that should be fine. I forgot to put the cores real quick. Here we go. I don't know what cores to put. I'm just gonna quickly click on everything. Let's give myself some really weird stuff. I don't want to get knifed by people. We'll give 6 cents. And these are probably the worst cores ever. I could just go for like offensive or defensive stuff like the like gluttony. But I don't know, where is gluttony for me? It's somewhere. I don't actually know where gluttony is. That's yokai. I could use yokai. Alright. Also, it looks like we actually do have another match starting up. Or at least our grand final match starting up. So if we do have time, I will try to get back into a match. But for now, it looks like we are getting into our grand finals of the evening. So stay tuned for that. We were doing a giveaway on our Facebook page. We're actually going to be drawing that in just a few short moments. Someone told me to use the Lux on Facebook. Yeah, I know. I should have used the Lux, but I was just trying to use some bad weapons. If you weren't here earlier, I was telling people to give me suggestions for bad weapons to use. They were telling me to use like tier 1 saber and then like the pistol. Then someone recommended the Tony, but the Tony is probably a lot worse than the tier 1 pistol in my opinion. The tier 1 pistol at least has the spray and pray power. The Tony is like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? Anyways, let's actually quickly get into our next match. We do have our final starting up. Score Gaming versus Roxas. And we're actually getting into that match right now. So stay tuned as we have that set up. getting into game number 1 of our finals today. We have Roxas versus Score Gaming. Roxas actually taking out Rush Fatal in our semifinals. Pretty impressive feat by them, especially the amount they took him out by. A 2-0 lead is now going to be going against Score Gaming. If they are able to pull through, if they're able to actually knock out Score Gaming, they will be the champions for today. They are starting off with a pretty impressive score compared to Score. 5-1, as Danny is able to actually pick up that first frag for his team. Score having to really try to play comeback right here. See Coco getting a nice snipe right there. Didn't look like a sniper because sometimes the spectator models glitch, so it did look like it was a tier 7 pistol, but that wasn't the case. Score, however, now going on the aggressive, able to get some kills back under their belt, not having a 5-point difference between the teams now, as Danny's able to pick up one more. For Loco, knows there's a few people around this corner, just waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for his health to go back to full before he peeks around this corner again. Spots someone on the top, but still decides to peek out. Maybe not the smartest of plans, but it was the case. It is what he did. Aruburu gonna be using this KOG. One of the few assault players we've actually seen this cup so far. We've had a huge influx of people using snipers, a huge influx of people actually using like recons and bounty hunters, but assault is something that's kind of fallen off recently, just because not all the weapons are that strong. Yes, you do have some pretty solid weapons, some pretty long range, low recoil weapons like the KOG, but it can work against you. Assault rifles are meant to be like medium range kind of weapons, but you used to, it's pretty much just a balance between the close range of the recons and the far range of the snipers now. So that's why I feel like you don't really see as many nowadays. We have Score behind by about 7 points right now. They're still trying their best to actually pull through, pull back, but will they actually be able to do this? We see Coco trying to stop this push into the aircraft hangar, but looks like Roxas was able to actually wipe everyone out there. Score still going to be behind, and with the amount of pressure we see Roxas actually putting on, it's not like they're playing defensively, it's not like they're just playing smart. They're actually just staying aggressive, staying in Score's faces almost 24/7. Like right now they're not pushing as much, but they are leaving the pressure on Score, making it so Score is kind of forced into this one back area. And since Score is stuck in this one back area, it makes it a lot easier for Roxas to actually control the exit points. It gives it a lot more map control in terms of where you have to actually look. Roxas is now just watching the entrances, making sure that no one's really peeking out. You can see how they realize that Score has a few people actually trying to leave. They're going to just focus on that one area. Rai pushing in, helping his team out, getting a few kills. He knows there's a few more people around this corner right here as well. A drone getting deployed that's going to scan the players from Score, give Rai a bit more pre-fire potential, since the drone does highlight them through walls even. This would also be a perfect opportunity for both teams to actually use some more frag grenades. That wall, it does give some pretty decent bullet cover, but frag grenades still can go right over. It still can do some pretty significant damage. It might not instantly kill some players, but if you use some frag grenades, maybe consider doing a push right after, just so you can actually finish off any players that you may have damaged. Coco picking up one, picking up two on Rusi, knowing there's a few more people out in the open. Does he spot one? He does spot one. Aruburu going down with that KOG, switches to the Mirager, but looks like Rai was able to finish him off with a chucked frag grenade. Score is still fighting. They are still getting some return frags, but the amount of trade kills that Roxas is getting themselves is pretty immense. 41-26, Only 9 kills left remaining to finish up game number 1, and score is very on edge. They're just trying to stay back. They're trying to take cover. They know they're gonna get pushed from every angle, and Roxas knows they can finish up this game relatively quick, so they're going in for those kills. Having such a massive difference in the scores just really drains from Score's confidence right here. Only 3 kills left to finish up this one match. Kiri picking up a kill on Coco with a frag grenade. Few kills coming back in favor of Score, but with only 2 kills left remaining and 50 seconds left to go, it's not possible for Score at this time. And there we have it, Score losing game number 1, 38-50. Roxas establishing themselves in the lead so far for our grand finals. Now, Score did have some decent plays that match, but it really did fall through, especially with the way that Roxas was using their map control, making sure that Score was stuck in that back part of the hangar where Score originally actually went to try to defend. And since they had such a massive lead over Score near the end, there's nothing Score could really do, and that was pretty much it. We will be getting into game number 2 in just a few short moments, so stay tuned for that, as that will be coming up. We also will be drawing that Facebook giveaway winner, since we did actually start that a while ago, and I probably should have probably done it a bit earlier, but that was my fault for not actually doing it. So let me quickly draw. Alright, I sent a message to the winner, so just make sure you do check your messages. We did change it up so we aren't really... give me a second. This is odd. I can't message this person. Okay. Well, I guess we're just announcing the name. The winner for our giveaway is going to be Abdaliz Kahil. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. All you need to do is post your dog tag and platform into the chat to claim your prize. Alright, since we are on the finals and since we are already on game 2, we'll start another giveaway up. It's actually going to be on our YouTube page. Let me actually make sure Nightbot is good to go, because everyone loves Nightbot, especially when he starts muting everyone in the chat. So all you need to do is type in hashtag. I'll just make it hashtag finals for YouTube, just to make it a lot simpler. So just go to our YouTube page, our YouTube stream, type in hashtag finals, and you should be good to go for that giveaway. And let me make sure it's working properly. Yep, it should be good. So anyone can now enter. Alright, while we are waiting on the next game to get set up, I will take a short little break. So far, Score down 1, Roxas up, getting into our next match of Team Battle Museum. And here we have it, game number 2 on the museum. Roxas versus Score Gaming in our finals for today. Score going to be still behind starting off this match, but they are fighting back right away. It's not like they're giving up a 5-0 lead off the bat, unlike last game. Roxas running around trying to find as much information as possible. They have Kiri getting up close with that recon class, able to tell his team where these players are. He is able to push up and do some pre-firing, but that does give away his location. Now Score is a bit more alert about that position, about the people trying to push from that side. Kiri going to be trying to push up from a different spot, maybe to switch it up. Score Gaming, they don't have the lead, but they're still going to be trying to play defensively. Roxas playing it kind of smartly. They know Score's going to have to move out of there sometime, and they know they want to get some more kills under their belt to buffer up their score. So instead of just camping back themselves, they're going to actually just wait at these exits, wait for Score to push out. And as you see right there, it works flawlessly. As soon as Score tries to push out, they're able to push in, get some kills, and buffer up their lead. Now Score is down by 8, pretty significant amount. Kiri spotting a few more players, spotting the sniper, trying to go in for this kill. Is he able to secure it though? He is able to take him, or his turret's able to actually take him down. He's not able to take him down himself, but as you see, Kiri already putting a lot of work in for his team, going 7-8-0. That is able to actually secure all of the streaks for his team, and that will put a lot more pressure onto Score Gaming. Score started off by getting a lot of return frags early on in this match, but after that push very recently, Score really is falling apart. You can see them right now. They're not able to really stay alive for too long, and they are also pretty scattered around the map. And because of this, you have the players from Roxas able to push in these solo fights, get these one-on-one kills, and just keep on bringing up their lead. 29-8, 31-8. Score Gaming, what is happening right here? Roxas is just dominating this match on Museum. Roxas, they know that Score is kind of grouped up once again. Rai, scouting around with his recon, is able to spot a few players on that radar. They're able to push in and go for some double teams as well. Just as teamwork coming out from Roxas is incredibly good, and they don't even have many snipers on their side. They're just running around with those recon classes, trying to get as much speed as possible. I don't think they even have a single sniper on their team. Just using that recon speed boost to boost each other around the map, keeping them tip-top shape, making sure that they can get into Score's faces extremely quick. And Score still has no way to really counteract this just yet. They try to stop. They've been grouping up, but the double teams, and once they start picking off players, it just makes it so much harder. We do have Kiri pushing in, spotting where the Score team is. Danny, however, is waiting for them, is able to get a double kill, so we finally do see some kills going in favor of Score Gaming. But there's such a massive difference in the points right now. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for them to actually come back. Have a few more players just looking around. Rai spotting one player off guard, brought him down to pretty critical HP, going in for the kill. He is able to take out Gomitax. Knows there's a few more players around here as well, and he is able to take out Paccio as well. Kiri coming for the backup, saving his life. He's able to escape, spot a few more, and continue on his spree until Paccio is able to take him out. Assassin gonna be all alone at the moment as the rest of his team is dead, using that sniper rifle that looks like a pistol because of the spectator glitch. He does try to fight back as many of them as possible, is able to take down one, but it is not enough. We have Roxas with a dominating victory with game number 2, 50-18. Score having their players leave the game, but you can see right here just a massive amount of points coming out from Roxas. Kiri going 15-1, Zero going 12-5, Rai going 10-2. It's just some of the key players from their team just putting work on Score's team. Well, now Score has a lot of pressure under their belts right now. Will they be able to pull through with game number 3? Well, they'll have to. If not, we'll have Roxas as the winner right here. We'll find out in the next few moments with our upcoming map. Alright, well, this match, it just started, even though I didn't have commentary with it. And I already had a lot of stuff happening. What is the start of this game right here? We have Roxas starting off with a triple frag grenade to begin this match. Score Gaming trying to hold on to this red spawn. And you could see Roxas is just pushing in with that recon rush and some heavies as well, and just clearing out the Score players from the spawn. Danny, one of Score's top players in the past games, has disconnected as well, and Score is now stuck with the limited amount of members they have to try to prevent this rush right here. And this is not looking good for them so far. They're going to have control of the center building at the moment. They do have some heavy players on their team, so they can stop a recon rush at least. They're able to take down one right there. Poor Loco is able to pick up another one as well. They finally are starting to get some kills under their belt, but they need to be very, very cautious. Score still missing a single player. Looks like Danny finally was able to reconnect, but it's still very interesting how Score is trying to adapt to this so far. They know that Roxas likes to rush with the boss. We've seen Roxas already try to do some rushes with the boss. Score decides to try to counter that with the heavy class, and it works so far. The Score is slowly able to get some kills. They are slowly able to bring the lead closer and closer to them. We'll have to see how this works out in the long run. We do see some players from Roxas though switching to heavy themselves, which will mean that they will get their own explosive resistance and their own healing. We see Rai pushing in, getting a nice double kill with that Bosk with the headshots. Shiro up here as well, going in for a kill. Coco is able to take him down, but is refragged with a slack. So a lot better gameplay this game from Score Gaming, but the fact that they were able to give up, or the fact that they gave up 2 games earlier, puts a lot of additional pressure on them at the moment. The finals are best out of 5, so if we do see a third victory coming through from Roxas, Roxas will be going home with that championship place, and they will be going home with the $100 prize for today's cup. We'll see if they're able to pull that through though. Poor Loco getting a nice double kill with the frag grenade. Still a 10-point difference between both sides. Poor Loco trying to push in, getting a nice headshot on a Rubaru. Knows there's one coming down the stairs, but not able to get the slack shots off in time before he is swarmed by the players. The heavy strategy is a good strat, but I feel like Score is still struggling with the teamwork that we're seeing coming out from Roxas. As you see, they're just not prepared for the huge amount of players that are going to be pushing around a corner at a single time. We have people like Kiri and the rest of them all in one spot, giving each other the team perks, giving each other extra cover, and having some extra firing power at the same time. Score was performing pretty well and keeping the score relatively close, but as this game has gone on, this has gone a lot more in favor of Roxas. Roxas 46 to 28, only 4 kills left to go. Score is going to be trying to struggle, holding on to this red spawn. We have Kiri trying to push in, get a kill. He is able to secure one, and 1 kill is left remaining. Rai is able to finish it off, finish the game with a knife on for Loco, meaning we will have our champion for today. Score Gaming, they did fight back a bit harder on streets, but still not able to counter the strategy from Roxas. Roxas able to quickly adapt and overcome to any situation, and that will be it. Rai going 15-3, Kiri going 12-4. The one positive player we see so far on Score side is Danny, who went 5-1. Unfortunate for Score, but that is how competition works. We do have our winner for today. Roxas winning 3-0 against Score Gaming. Pretty aggressive victory as well, with the amount of points they had over Score in total. Wishing it was a bit closer, since I would have wanted to go on to the next few maps as well to see how the teams played. We had overtime and construction sites on the backlist or on the upcoming maps, but looks like we're not going to see any of those, as we do have our winner for today. Anyways, that is going to be it for today. We have our winner, Roxas, winning against score 3-0, able to actually trample through the bracket for today. If you take a look at their previous matches as well, looks like no one was prepared for this team. ANG 2-0 against Roxas, Roxas 2-0 against Rush Fatal, and Roxas 3-0 against Score Gaming. Alright, let's quickly finish this up right here. We're going to actually draw our giveaway winner right now. We're going to quickly draw it. Let's see if the winner is still here in the chat. Congratulations to Neo0xc. And it looks like he was in the chat because I saw him type something. All you need to do is put your dog tag and platform into the chat to claim your prize. That will be it for today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I will be back again tomorrow with our Go4 Modern Combat 5 Red Cup. So make sure you do follow us on our social media platform. Turn on notifications so you know when our next cups go live. And also check out the ESL website. You can see when any upcoming cups are. You can see when our Android, our PC cups are. And you can also even see when our monthly finals are. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. That will be it for today. This is Hacks, and I'll see you next time. Peace.